The highly requested settings video is finally here. I got you guys with the best settings for Call of Duty Warzone 4, Black Ops Warzone, whatever you want to call it. This is what I've been using ever since the integration, and I think these are the best settings if you're on controller, either Xbox or PlayStation. I just want to say thank you guys for the insane support on the live streams lately. I appreciate y'all. I know you guys had a lot of questions about my settings and some tips. So I'm going to go through a lot of settings today, and I'm going to give you tips here and there, also showing you stuff in the firing range. Hopefully we can help you become a better player at Warzone. If you guys are looking to get a custom controller like this one, Aim Controllers is having an insane sale for the holiday season. You can customize as much as you want for one set price. Just use code JoePac. If you're seeing this after the holiday sale, you can still use code JoePac to get a lot of savings on your controller. Straight into the settings, I play on default button layout. I have 4 paddles. I use these 4 paddles to be mapped to these 4 buttons, which is A, X, B, and Y. My jump, slide, reload, and weapon swap. That's what I have it mapped to on my paddles. That's why I'm never having to take my thumbs off my thumbsticks while I'm playing, which is a huge advantage in a game like Warzone. So my stick layout preset is default. I run a 1.80 sensitivity, which is equivalent to 8 in the past sensitivity values. I don't know why they changed it to these values. Nobody asked for it. I guess you can do a 7.5 or an 8.5. Like you can kind of do a sensitivity that's in the middle of a whole value. But one thing that I don't understand is that there's so many things wrong with the game at the moment, and this was apparently their priority. But yeah, 1.80, run a low sense. A lot of CDL pros run a sensitivity between 6 to 8. If you're running a super high sensitivity and you have bad aiming and you have bad centering, it's because your sensitivity is too high. Try lowering it, especially if you're a newer player. My simplified controls preset is off. Low motor strain preset off. Bumper ping is off. I use my D-pad to ping. The swap LBRB is off. Controller vibration, make sure you turn that off. You don't need vibration. You don't want your you don't want your controller to be vibrating while you're shooting somebody. Just turn it off. Just do yourself a favor. My dead zone inputs. This is going to be different for everyone's controller. You can test your stick dead zone using this feature. But for me, my left stick minimum is 0. My left stick max, I turn this to 90. You can turn it down a little bit. This makes your left stick a little more responsive when you're trying to get into that tactical stance or tactical sprint. So try lowering this a little bit. You don't want to lower it too much, because if you're on a roof and you're trying to move around on a roof and you press your stick a little bit too much, you're going to just fly off the roof, run off the roof, because this is too low. So don't lower it too much, but you can try a little bit lesser value for this. My right stick minimum is 3. I barely have any stick drift on this controller. I've had this controller for like 4 months now. 3 is perfect for me on this controller. My right stick max is 99. Left trigger and right trigger, turn this to 0. If you don't have mouse click triggers like I do, you're going to want to turn this to 0, because if you have a regular default controller and you have those triggers that you have to press all the way down, this is going to make it to where you barely have to press the trigger. It won't be as responsive as a mouse click trigger, but you just need to maybe press it halfway and it'll start registering the input on the ADS and the firing, and you're going to be a lot more responsive with your triggers when you have this at 0. All right, here we are in the aiming tab. So we want to change 2 things in the sensitivity multiplier portion. You want to go to your ADS sensitivity multiplier, turn this down to 0.85. Trust me, whenever I first turned this down, my aim became a million times better. It only applies to when you're ADSing your weapon, but just do it. ADS sensitivity multiplier focus. This is when you're sniping and you're like pressing down your right stick to focus. I have this at 0.95. Look inversion on foot, I have that standard. Aiming advanced settings. The look inversion, we're not going to change anything here. This should just all be standard. ADS sensitivity transition timing needs to be instant. Third person ADS correction type is assist. The aim response curve type, this is very important. Change this to dynamic. This is what's going to give you that smoother, stickier fill and aim assist. You can try linear if you're a more experienced player to just try it out. You might feel a little more snappier with your your adjustments on your aim assist. But dynamic is going to be more smoother and stickier for newer players, and overall is just the best aim assist type or response type. And then the custom assist sensitivity per zoom, I have this turned off. I don't mess with anything in here. I don't use this. Target aim assist, you want to turn that on. ADS aim assist, turn that on. Motion sensor behavior, have that off. And then since we have it off, there's nothing in here we need to change. Now we're getting into the movement part of the settings. So you want to turn on tactical sprint assist. This is what's going to allow you to not have to press down on your left stick every time you want to sprint. You can literally just have it automatically sprint whenever you move your left stick. This is going to be great for the lifespan of your controller and the joints in your thumb. Just trust me, do it. For the sprint assist, you want to press show more and make sure to put sprint assist delay to 0. It's probably default on some value that I can't remember, but make sure to put it to 0. Sprint assist sideways is on. Sprint assist backward is on. So you guys can see I'm not pressing down on my thumbstick at all. I'm just pushing it up. And he's tack sprinting. Tack sprinting. Sprinting backwards. Sprinting to the side. Sprinting to the side. I'm literally just pushing it. The mantle assist, we got that off. Crouch assist, turn it off. Corner slice, turn it off. Trust me, this is going to mess with your aim. If you're fighting a team and you're running around repositioning and then you try to re-peek a corner, it's just going to mess with your aim. It's going to throw you off centering. It's going to throw off your aim. Just turn it off. Slide dive behavior. I have this on hybrid. This is going to give you the smoothest slide cancel while still being able to dive. Let me show you how to dive when you have this hybrid setting on. So as we can see here, what I use here, I'll play a little bit of claw so you guys can kind of just see what I'm talking about here. So to slide cancel, boom, BA, slide jump, right? You see how smooth it is? You see how smooth it is on the hybrid setting, right? Now to dolphin dive, all I'm gonna do is press down on the left stick. So I'm gonna press down on the left stick, but you gotta get a little bit of momentum, right? So you run, and then you press slide, your slide button or your crouch button. So you get a momentum, and then you press down on the stick and the B button simultaneously at the same time. The dolphin dive gets you out of sticky situations. You got people shooting you in the back. You want to dolphin dive behind cover. You can do that while still being able to have your regular slide cancel, and it's smooth as butter. Automatic airborne mantle, I have that to partial. Sprint restore and slide maintains sprint is on. Turn these both on. If you don't have a custom controller or you don't play claw, let me show you why. So look, I'm only gonna press my slide button, right? I'm only gonna press my slide button. I'm not gonna press A to cancel the slide. And my guy automatically gets up and starts running. So you literally only have to press your slide button, and that's it. If you kind of want to slide cancel across the map, yeah, you're not going to be able to cancel your slide as early as you might want if you were just do the BA or the slide jump like this. But you can, if you have those two settings on and you just want to slide cancel around the map without having to press those two buttons, you literally just press here. I'll do it if I'm not playing claw. You see, it just gets up and starts running right away. Parachute automatic behavior, turn this off. This is what allows me to drop right behind an enemy on a roof last second, pull my parachute last second when I'm like 1 foot above the roof. This is definitely going to help you with not getting shot out the air when you want to land super low to the ground. So turn this off, but just remember, you will break your legs if you don't pull your parachute. Mantle cancels reload, I have this off. Movement advanced settings. So you want to go into there, have this set to toggle. Auto move forward off, auto door peek off. Grounded mantle, I have it on. Tactical sprint activation, turn this to single tap sprint. Let me show you why. Okay, so if you're in the game and you want to snake on an object, this is what you got to do. You press your B button to go prone, you hold it down to go prone, and then you press the left stick once to get back up automatically. That's why we put that setting to single tap, because it makes you auto sprint automatically. It's more responsive if you're trying to snake, trying to get like that little peeker's advantage. So let me show you. To do that, you just hold your B button or whatever you use to go prone. You hold that down, then you press forward on your left stick go automatically stand up fast. This is called snaking. They did kind of nerf it from the last couple Call of Duties, but this does come in clutch when you're, you know, fighting a sweat and you want to have that insane peeker's advantage. Okay, plunging underwater, we have that set to trigger, and then sprinting door bash, turn this on. Make sure you turn this on because this is what's going to allow you to run through doors easily. You want to push someone that's inside of a room, you want to bash through the door, go through the door smoothly and fast, have this turned on. The vehicle advanced settings, I honestly never touched any of this. I left all of this default. All right, now we're in the combat tab. The ADS sight behavior is hold. Tactical stance behavior is on toggle. Tactical stance activation is ADS plus down button. That's when you want to put your gun to the side, you know, put it to tac stance, have it shoot from the crosshairs. That's how you turn that on. Weapon mount activation is ADS plus melee. Let me show you in the firing range real quick. So if I want to mount here, oh, you can't do it here. Oh, you can do it on these things. Boom. That's how you mount. ADS plus you press the right stick, and it'll show you those little lines in the middle of my screen on the bottom, like where the bottom of my gun is. You can see those little lines. That lets you know that you can mount. You can mount that. Boom. Helps you control the recoil when you're mounted. Dedicated melee weapon activation. This is to pull out your knife or bat or power drill, whatever you have set as your dedicated melee. I don't think it doesn't let me do it in the firing range, but you just hold down. My melee button is the right stick, so I just hold it down and it brings out the knife or bat, whatever I have. And this is how you can kind of run around the map faster if you want to. I don't really do it too much because I feel like sometimes when I'm trying to pull out my melee, it just melees and it doesn't even pull it out and it messes me up. But I do need to get better about that. Running around the map with your dedicated melee, you run so much faster. You have unlimited attack sprint, so it does come in clutch if you can get used to it. Body shield finishing move behavior is prioritize finishing move. Armor plate behavior, put this to apply all. So if you're putting on plates, and for me, default on the default button layout, triangle is how I put on plates. You have to hold it. I hold it and I only press it once and it puts on all my plates until I cancel it. So if I have 3 plates off, I hold it once, it starts putting the plates. I don't have to press it anymore. I can just move around the map, start doing other stuff. You know, when you have a team chasing you, you can hold down the button to play it up while they're chasing you, while you're running away and trying to reposition. And you only have to press it once as long as you have that to apply all. If you don't have it on apply all, it's going to make you press it for every single plate, and you don't want that, especially if you're like trying to plate up super fast. C4 detonation, I have that all at once. Equipment behavior is hold. Manual fire behavior, I have that on press. For the combat advanced settings, we're going to go into here. Change zoom activation, put this to sprint, tactical sprint focus. It should be there by default, but this is what allows you to change the zoom if you have a sniper scope with 2 different zooms, or you have a hybrid optic and you want to change it from the 2x to the red dot or whatever. You press your right stick while you're ADSing to change the 2 different zooms. And then weapon mount exit, turn this to instant. After you mount your gun, you want to instantly get off of it. You don't want to have it on delay. Just literally have it on instant. Interact reload behavior, set this to prioritize interact. It's probably going to be on tap to reload or tap to interact. I don't remember. But prioritize interact because this is going to allow you to loot faster. Let's say you land at a box at the same time with an enemy and you open the box and you both are trying to get the loot from that box. If you have this on prioritize interact and they have it on a different setting, you're going to be able to pick up that gun faster than they are, and you can start shooting them. You win the gunfight. So put it on prioritize interact. When you have this on, to reload, you have to hold the reload button to reload your gun. You don't have to hold it every time, but if you're near loot and you don't want to pick up the loot, but you just want to reload your gun, you do have to hold square or X, whatever your reload button is. Sprint cancels reload, turn that off. This is on by default. Akimbo behavior is independent. ADS stick swap, I have that off. Depleted ammo weapon switch, I have that on. Overlay behaviors, my scoreboard map stats behavior is toggle. Overlay advanced settings, directional buttons for the inventory control. Ping wheel delay is moderate. Double tap danger ping delay is moderate. Wheels behavior is hold. Okay, now I'm going to go over rotational aim assist really quickly. I am going to have a separate video about how to get better aim in Warzone, where I'll be more detailed about tips and specific scenarios and how to control recoil better. But just to go over rotational aim assist really quick, it's going to be a quick tip for you guys. So make sure you're subscribed with bell notifications turned on. Let's get to 120k subs. I have my XM4 out. The aim assist starts to kick in about right there. You can see it kicking in. It's not as sticky as it can get, which I'm about to show you how to get stickier aim assist when you're shooting your gun. But let's go ahead and shoot them. Have recoil. Boom, just pull down the stick. Pretty easy. But look how much better my aim gets when I touch my left stick or I move my left stick while I'm shooting. That was a lot of headshots right there. Let's try again. See how much more straighter I shoot? Because I'm moving my left stick. The rotational aim assist, here, let me show you. It activates when you're moving your left stick more. So as far as when I'm going like that, you can see it kick in, but it's not as much as me moving my left stick at the same time. It's a lot more stickier to your target. It's going to help you land your shots more. It's going to help you control the recoil more. So get used to moving your left stick every time you shoot your weapon. Alright, I'm going to go through the interface settings really fast. You guys can just copy all this. My telemetry, this is where you can show your FPS, turn it on, turn on the server latency, the packet loss, all the good stuff if you're on PC. And then you guys can copy that. The readability, you guys can copy that if you want. Color customization, you guys should turn the color filter settings to filter 2. It's going to make the map and the gameplay look a little bit more vibrant. Nothing crazy. Just try filter 2, try the other filters, whatever works best for you. And then color filter target, put it to both. World color intensity, put it to 100. Interface color intensity, put it to 100. And then the gameplay HUD, the mini map, you want it to square. When you put it to square, you get a bigger map. You get to see more information as far as if you have a UAV up or you kill somebody in Resurgence and their teammates are pinged on the map, you'll have more space to see what's around you on your map. Mini-map rotation, I have it on. Radar off. Compass type, I turn it off. You can leave it on if you want, doesn't matter. I just turn it off because I think it looks better in the clips. Fade after 10 seconds for the vehicle HUD prompts. In-game text, I have that on. Player names, full name. Crosshair, you can turn it on. I've had it off lately. I don't know why. I just liked it off for some reason. But this is where you can change the color of your crosshair. So if I turn it on, put show more, you can make your center dot bigger. You can turn that on, make the center dot bigger, the center dot scale to largest. Crosshair spread, I have it on. Crosshair opacity is 100. Crosshair color, this is where you can change it whatever color you want. I have it on green. But lately, I don't know, I just been liking it off. I don't know, maybe I'm going clinically insane. I don't know, you tell me in the comments. Is that weird or what? Okay, so I'm going to go through the graphic settings really fast. This is just for my PC. This is what my PC can handle. I like to have my graphics a little bit high just for the clips and the quality of the content. You know, I don't really care about getting the maximized, the most possible FPS in the game, because I really don't care that much about it. I want my game to look good but also feel good. So this is what I run. I do run 1440p monitor. Boom, 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 boom. Go through this really quickly. We are about to get into the FOV. I know a lot of you guys are going to ask about the FOV. We're going to go to view. Motion reduction preset, I have that off. Field of view, I have it at 120. You don't have to have it on 120. You can put it at 110, 115. Lower FOV means bigger targets, but higher FOV means smoother recoil control, or at least it's going to look like you're controlling the recoil better. So it's all up to you, whatever floats your boat. ADS field of view, I have it affected. Weapon field of view is wide. Third person 90. Vehicle view wide. World motion blur, you want to turn this off. Make sure you turn it off. You're on console, PC, whatever you're on, Nintendo, Game Boy, whatever, turn this off. Trust me, you don't need all that unnecessary motion blur to blind your eyes and not be able to see the enemy. Just turn it off. First person camera movement, turn it to 50%. Third person camera movement, 50%. Third person ADS transition, third person ADS. Inverted flashbang, I just keep it off. I don't really like when my screen goes black. It makes me think that my game is crashing, and it kind of traumatizes me. So I like to have the white flash. Okay, I'm gonna show off my controller a little bit because a lot of people ask in my videos if I can go over exactly how I have my paddle set up, what exactly is customized on my controller. Once again, if you want to get a controller like this, use code JoePac to save money. My right stick is a little bit higher than my left stick. I got the medium tall right stick. So if you guys use Control Freaks and you don't like Control Freaks but you want a higher stick, you can do that with aim controllers. You can customize the height of both thumbsticks, and if you let's say you want to try it out and you don't like how high it is, aim controllers will give you a regular height one, so you can swap it out if you don't like the height. And you literally, it's so easy. You just have to pull it off and it comes off right away, and then you want to put it back on, snap it back on, boom, good to go. You can do that for both thumbsticks. Super easy to interchange the thumbsticks for different colors, different heights, whatever you want. So I did get all white for the front facing buttons. You can take off the A, B, Y, X logo. You can put solid color for the D-pad. You can have your gamer tag printed on to the design. GNS fam, that's my community. That's what my community is called. And then I put YouTube JoePac. So anytime someone sees a clip on, I don't know, maybe Facebook or TikTok, and they see my controller, they might see my YouTube and come sub to the YouTube, because we're almost at 120k subs. So sub to the YouTube, baby. You can get Hall effect joysticks on your aim controller. I had it on a PS5 controller, but I gave that controller away. Hall effect joysticks, you can literally have no stick drift whatsoever. And honestly, your aim feels really snappy on Hall effect joysticks. You kind of have to get used to it, but it is worth it for never having stick drift. So if you definitely were thinking about getting Hall effect joysticks, I think it's worth it, but you are going to have to adjust your sensitivity, and it's going to feel different at first. You just got to get used to the snappiness of Hall effect joysticks. My triggers and my bumpers are mouse click. My paddles, let's go over my paddles real quick. So my left paddle, which is on the left hand, I use my middle fingers to press my paddles when I'm holding my controller. My left bottom paddle, that's for jumping. My right bottom paddle is for crouching or sliding. And then my top left paddle is for weapon swap. That's how I armor plate or switch my weapons. And then my top right paddle is for reloading or picking stuff up off the ground. Aim controllers does have a lifetime warranty on modified parts. Appreciate you guys for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing day.